Alright, y'all. Story time. So, one of the guys, so I'm part of two train clubs. The permanent one in South Jersey, the Burlington County Model Railroad Club. And the other one is the Northeast Quarter Historical Society. Well, the Burlington County one had an operations section last week. Let's just say somebody almost had to change their pants. So for y'all who don't know, I model Norfolk Southern and Amtrak. And my Norfolk Southern is a 46, well, about to be 47 or 48 cars, give or take. But yes, so 46 car, we just go with that for now. 46 car cold drag. Each car weighs about the weight of a passenger car in NMRA standards. So this train's about 20 pounds, give or take. And they're like, hey, you know, we're going to use it for operation session, maybe like a run through train or something like that. Keep it all together. And I'm like, sure, go ahead. I mean, it's bulletproof, kind of. But overall, it runs fine. 3 heading units on the front. It's like 2 SD70s and an ES44, pretty much same engines. They're on the nose, and I got ES44 on the back as a DPU to help control the back of the train. So, this is the story he told me. And I mean, I don't know, I'm trying not to cuss, but let's just put it like this. I don't repeat myself after hearing this whole story. So, they put my train at the coal plant. I think it was. Yeah, the coal plant. So, we have our dual main line that goes through the whole layout. And then we get to the mountain, we have a sub main line that snakes through the actual mountain part of the mountain piece, of the mountain section. I parked my train up there. And they said he didn't tell me he broke the train apart and put it in the coal plant. They're going to have somebody as an operation thing come down and get it. Or come up there and get it and bring it down to the yard. So, he's telling me this, and I'm like, oh, okay. You know, as long as no newbies driving it, my engines will hold it. He was like, I never said your engines were on that train. Oh. So, continue the story, because this is about to be good. So, I'm not saying no names. I don't know if they're watching this. I don't throw the bus, make them like they don't know what they're doing. Because they probably do, or probably don't. But let's just say this was his first operation session in his whole life. Yeah, don't drive my train. This is your first chance. Because you can't see the front and back of the train at the same time. You have no idea what it's doing. So, with that being said, they told him to use my engines. 3 in the front, 1 in the rear. They're all consistent together. They run perfect. He had 2 GP9s he wanted to use. His engines. Now, our club allowed you to do that. Use your own engines in operation sessions, but they have to start where the engines that were sitting there, the engine you had to pick up, those engines have to start there and go to your consist. So this is the first time he's running these GP9s, which I think are 6-axle units. Quote me, put in the comments if I'm wrong, but from what he told me, there were 2 GP9s. So already he has 2 less engines than what he needs. He goes up to the top. The guy who's running dispatch for us sees it on the board. He's in the mountain range, but he doesn't throw the switches back to the mains. He leaves it set for the mountain in case, you know, he has to back my coal train up to it to put it together more. So he said he was up there for 10 minutes building my consist. It's 3, probably like 15-ish cars each. Just slap them all together. Just pull up, slap together. Pull up, slap together. Drive off. Yeah, 10 minutes he's up there doing that. Which, you know, at the time, I didn't know. He told me the story. He didn't tell me it was a new guy. So I'm like, man, somebody's being real rookie-ish right now. That's like a 5-minute job. So the dispatchers who was telling me this, he was like, yeah, you know, I left the main. He said I left that thong so the case he needs to come in there. And I told him to go through the station and go out that way down the layout. It's only the most you have is 2% grade. The other way has a 4% grade, 20 to 25 feet long. I call it the climb of hell because my engine struggled on it. You know where the story's about to go. I'm pretty sure you know where the story is about to go right now. So he get his train together. He tells dispatch he's ready to go. Dispatch green light him literally straight down to the yard. He had the right of way because he had the longest train. So with that being said, dispatcher didn't think twice. No, follow the signals, keep it moving. Well, dispatcher noticed the block detection system picked up a train on the main line, but on the wrong side of where he was supposed to come in at. So he thought it was my Fred being picked up. He thought the guy backed up some by accident and the Fred got picked up. So he didn't think twice until he realized on the other side of the sub branch, the block detection went green again. He was like, I couldn't figure out what was going on for a minute. He's like, is he backing up that far or something? He said, not when he peeked out the door, he realized the train is going the wrong way. The train's going the wrong way. And I was like, he said, I told him, I got on the radio, called his trainer, I said, hey, go slow. You're going the wrong way. Go slow down that mountain. Let's just say he found out what it means to have enough power in the front to hold the train. So he creeps out. It's about 6 feet from merging back onto the main line, down like a 0.5% grade, if you want to call it a grade, and you loop around onto our big trestle bridge, and then you hit the 4% grade. So you only had like 12 feet of running space for you to go downhill. Mind you, my train is 20 something feet long. You know what a 20 foot long train does on a grade? Clupper slack. And that was a notification. Couple slack comes out. So he started going down the hill. As more cars get on the grade, the train's starting to go forward more. He asked him how fast he was going. He said he was doing speed step 2. And my buddy, I want to say his name so badly, but I can't. He said he can see the back of the train was going faster than the front. He said he was watching the slack come out of it. And he said all I thought was something bad was going to happen. He said, I kid you not. I look away. I hear all the slack, disappearing because he's only like 10 feet from the train. He said, I hear all the slack go away. And he hears the guy yell out, the train won't stop. I paused. I told him, hold on. Wait, what? What do you mean the train won't stop? He said, yeah, the train won't stop. He said he put his speed step 0 and it was still coasting down the mountain. He said his engines couldn't hold it. I said, well, yeah, it's 20%, 20 pounds on a 4% grade. Y'all want to do the math. Pretty sure no 2 engines are ever going to hold that train. He said the dude panicked. He was yelling at, it won't stop, it won't stop. What I'm supposed to do? He said the whole time the dude was spinning the wheel. He said he's spinning the wheel down like it's gonna go negative something, and dynamic brakes supposed to kick in. He's like, but it's not gonna help it. He said the train made it down the hill. He said if I had to put a speed to this thing probably going like 20 miles an hour in real life. He said it made it down the hill, halfway up the next one, before it finally stopped. He said at that point, I think the guy might have pooped himself. Because he said he couldn't figure out how to stop the train. So I looked at the phone, I was like, so he didn't think about just grabbing the back of the cars to stop it? The guy literally wanted nothing else to do for the rest of the day. Nothing over 5 cars he wanted to drive. He was so terrified. So terrified of driving the trains. I felt so bad. I'm like, you gave him the biggest, heaviest train. Well, the second longest but heaviest train to operate out of a mountain. And you didn't force him to take more than 2 engines? I said, y'all set him up for failure. Y'all messed up. And you should have recorded, because that could have went on YouTube. And I could have made a ton of views off that one. But yes, that was my story for that one. Different note. Okay, take 2. So I had somebody call me. Never fails when I shoot these videos. Somebody calls me. So remember, take 2. I'll talk about this guy. Now, you notice the front is a little different from the rest of the train. This is, let's try it. There we go. This is my cabride train. It is a dummy unit. I have no idea what the model is. I found that online for like 10 bucks. And what I did was, I chopped off the nose. I can put this on top of. Anyway, so I chopped the nose off. And this little guy is the famous cabride camera. It's 1 inch by 1 inch square. It is called a Quelina. Let's see if this thing's gonna focus on it or not. Come on. Work on. There you go. Of course, it's recording backwards, but it's a Quelina. Quelima. And this is they have multiple ones. It's a SQ9, 10, 11, 12. The 11 and 12 are the best ones to get. So the 12, last time I checked, just like 2 years ago, and I bought this thing. The 12 was the newest one out. This is a 11. The 11 has a wider lens. If you notice, it's convex a little. There's a wider angle lens on it, which is perfect for these little guys. But no, these are originally like nanny cams or like, I don't know, wherever you like snoop around your own house, I guess. That's what they're good for. The battery lasts like 5 or 6 hours in these things. But yeah, it's like 20 bucks for this little camera. Takes an SD card. I think it's like a 32 gig. I think it takes it. Yeah, 32 gig memory card. 2 buttons operated. Power mode. It does 1080p, 720, and regular camera. It can also do night vision. I have no need for night vision, but it does night vision. So, cut the front of the engine off. Camera, come on, sits right in. So that way, when going down the tracks, this is they use a lead engine. Now that you look at the engine real good, well, real good. Now that you take a good, now that you look at the engine, you don't notice there's a camera in front of it. People who take a quick glance at it don't never notice there's a camera until they see themselves on YouTube like a couple weeks later. But yeah, tech tip for me to y'all, because I can't make no train videos because I'm working like crazy. Like I gotta get back up in like 2 hours to work. Here's a video for y'all. Story time. How I make my cabride cameras, or cabride train. Quelina SQ11. I'll put the name of it in the description. Dummy engine. This thing's probably old. This thing gotta be old because it has wheel-mounted couplers. Haven't seen one of these in years. I'm converting it because I realized with it mounted to the wheels, it wobbles. But yes, that's the. Look it up. I have no idea where to buy it from. I think I got it from eBay years ago. And yeah. There we go. Good luck. Till next time. Yes, I'm special like that.